to give some concluding comments. Welcome, Reza.
Thank you so much, Giovanni. And firstly, what a great lecture, Peter. It's fantastic to hear you speak so eloquently with so much enthusiasm about your work, which really has been groundbreaking. I suppose I should just say, Peter, that I don't do research in any way in this area. It's more in imaging and artificial intelligence, but clinically, I look after children with congenital heart disease, and your sort of experiments about how people can adapt to hypoxia, you see day in, day out in our clinic, where even some of these children with saturations in 60% and can look pretty well, and how it's amazing what body can, once it's, adapted to hypoxia, manage with very low oxygen saturation and still thrive. And I think your work that you presented just highlighted so many things, but one I would like to just perhaps bring out was how science can go from one direction to the other, and the slide of all those papers with high impact factors that perhaps turned out to be not right, and how we discover new things all the time, and brings home the whole point that we try to certainly at King's share about our community, that the impact factor of a journal isn't the be all and end all, but it's really the science, and trends do change and fashions do change, but good science, and the way you showed it really was like a really detective story. It's fantastic. So thank you so much for that. I'd like to thank everyone, and I'm sorry I only saw Peter's talk, but it sounds from the program, what a fantastic program you had today. And it's really great to see the London Metallomic facility, which is again something that we are very grateful to the Wellcome Trust, as well as of course King's. We have supported it to set up this really key facility, looking at these important metals and their roles in biology. And I want to mention two people particularly in that context. Thea Stewart, who is the manager of the facility, has done an amazing job of setting it up and collaborating, working with so many scientists, not just at King's, but across London and beyond. It's really one of our flagship core facilities. So huge thank you and well done to Thea. And of course, Phil Blower, who was the PI on the original grant setting up the facility. Phil's a close colleague. We're in the same school in the university, worked together closely for, gosh, a very long time. I recruited Phil many, many, many years ago to King's, and it's fantastic to see him again still. And I'm sorry I missed your talk, Phil, but the great work you're doing in PET is really, really great. And the other point I wanted to just briefly make is really about King's Together. So this is one of our flagship schemes at King's, and it's all about bringing people from different disciplines to come and work together, because it's the interdisciplinary interfaces that often some exciting work happens. And I think today it would have been a great example of that, where you bring together physics, chemistry, and biology, and you see such great results in terms of both the technology, but also the science and the discovery. So really, really pleased that you've had such a great day. Well done to everyone who organized it, to Giovanni and all of the other colleagues who've set up such a fantastic program. And I'd like to thank all the audience, all the people who've joined in from across the UK and across the world for this symposium. So a big thank you from colleagues at King's for coming to our symposium, and hope that you will keep in touch with us. So with that, I will say thank you, and I think we're going to come to an end here. Giovanni, I don't know if you want to say any final things.
No, I was just going to say thank you to you, Reza, for joining us and sharing the vision that King's has in research, and highlighting for our younger audience that all impact factors are really, really important. Sometimes a paper in a journal that has been rejected by a high impact paper journal can actually deliver science, and ultimately, believe it or not, the Nobel Prize. So it leaves me to say thank you to all. I'd like to extend a personal thanks to Wolfgang Marit, who's the coordinator of that KTG that we all worked so hard to undertake, and really thank our external speakers, Richard, Thea, and all the rest behind the scenes who I may have forgotten. But I think it's been a brilliant day. And for those that are listening, as I said, there will be questions and answers that we'll try to assimilate and post online. We have a website for the Physiological Oxygen Lab, as well as for the London Metabolomics Facility. And we'll put all of those links into the chat so anyone interested can see that. Wolfgang, would you like to say something finally?
Well, it makes it difficult now because you said everything. I want to particularly thank King's for the continuous support. This has been a difficult journey, but a very successful one. And I think through that symposium today, we saw what the future can bring. There are lots of opportunities in that merger of metal biochemistry with modern cell biology, molecular genetics, and so on. And I think it was a unique day, and I want to thank all the speakers. It was very well organized. And the material will be available online, and we are willing to take questions, and hopefully we find time to answer them. So thank you so much for the wonderful day.
Thank you, Wolfgang. I see Thea up out of my right winkle. Hello, Thea. Can I just add one thing for the world to hear? This young lady has enthusiasm beyond enthusiasm. And for those that know me, although I'm a little bit aged, I too have enthusiasm, and she actually potentiates that in me. So it's been a pleasure getting to know you, Thea. Thank you for everything.
Thank you guys so much. It's been kind of wonderful to see the fruition of all the work after the last 3 years and everything kind of launching today. So thank you everyone for talking. It's been a blast. It's been so much fun. And we are here at the LMF to answer any questions and to provide any service and help for anyone out there. So do not hesitate to contact us.
Yes, and maybe adding one last word, I also want to thank the industrial sponsors who have supported the facility enormously, and we value that interaction a lot. And I think there are plenty of opportunities to continue that. Thank you so much.
And on that note, Peter, a pleasure to know you. Thank you for joining us. We really are very, very pleased. Thank you to all the organizers. Thank you, Reza. And on that, I'm going to shut down my video and say we can conclude this symposium. Thank you very, very much, everybody.
Everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.